5 signs that could harm seniors on the road. Warning for every elderly. Have you ever felt unsure about getting behind the wheel, or even being a passenger when driving long distances? Perhaps you're over 65 and starting to notice small changes in how you react to traffic, or how you feel after a few hours on the road. In today's discussion, we're going to reveal 5 signs that could harm seniors on the road. Signs you need to pay attention to right now. While these points mainly address drivers, many of them apply just as well to seniors who frequently ride in cars, rely on family or friends for transportation, or even take buses and taxis. The goal is not to make you fearful, but to keep you informed and prepared. By the end of this conversation, you'll know how to handle each of these 5 warning signs. You'll also discover simple steps you can take to stay safe and confident every time you head out. We'll share relatable, true-to-life anecdotes, some involving individuals like Linda or George, to illustrate exactly how these road risks can sneak up on you. And if at any point you catch yourself thinking, "Yes, that's me," or "That happened to someone I know," feel free to comment below. It's a quick way for us to see how many seniors in our community relate to the same experiences. So let's get started with the first major sign that could pose a real danger to older adults on the road. Underestimating physical changes that affect driving. Sometimes the biggest risk isn't a reckless driver or a pothole in the road. It's the slow, subtle shift in your own physical abilities. As we get older, changes in vision, hearing, or reaction time can creep up quietly. You might still feel sharp and focused, but at 70, your eyes don't adjust to glare as quickly as they did at 40, or your neck might not turn as smoothly when checking blind spots. Consider the story of Linda, who's 72. She'd always prided herself on being a great driver. She used to joke that she had eagle eyes because she never missed a single road sign. Over time, however, Linda began noticing that she had trouble reading street signs at night, especially when there was glare from oncoming headlights. She dismissed it initially, thinking maybe her windshield wasn't clean enough or the street lighting was poor. One evening, Linda nearly missed a sharp turn leading to a neighbor's house because she couldn't read the sign in time. She felt shaken after the emergency stop. It was the first time she truly realized her vision wasn't as quick to adapt to changing light conditions. How it happens. Age vision changes can mean difficulty seeing in dim light or recovering from bright glare such as a car's high beams. Hearing changes might mean you're slower to notice sirens or honking horns. Arthritis or reduced flexibility in your neck and shoulders can limit how far you can turn your head to check for traffic. Even minor stiffness can delay a crucial second or two when merging onto a busy highway. How you can stay safe. Schedule regular checkups. Annual eye exams and hearing tests can catch problems early. If you wear glasses or hearing aids, make sure your prescription is up to date. Adjust your driving habits. If nighttime driving feels uncomfortable, limit yourself to daylight hours or well-lit roads. There's no shame in rearranging your schedule for safety. Use mirrors and technology wisely. Larger side mirrors or a backup camera can help compensate for reduced neck mobility. Just remember not to rely on technology alone. Always double-check your surroundings. Stay physically active. Gentle exercises that maintain flexibility, like yoga or simple stretching, can help keep your neck and shoulders limber enough for safe driving. Moving on to our next point, let's discuss another critical sign that can put seniors at risk: medications and medical conditions that compromise road safety. Ignoring the side effects of medications or health issues. Many seniors take one or more prescription medications daily. In fact, research suggests that older adults are the biggest consumers of prescription drugs, often managing conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, or chronic pain. While these medications can greatly improve quality of life, they may also come with side effects such as drowsiness, blurred vision, or slower reflexes, none of which are ideal for operating a motor vehicle. George, 68, found this out the hard way. Diagnosed with mild arthritis and high blood pressure, he took 2 different medications daily. Initially, he felt only mild side effects, a bit of lightheadedness if he stood up too fast. However, his doctor added a third medication to manage joint inflammation, warning him it might cause drowsiness. George assumed it wouldn't affect him much. After all, he'd never had issues driving before. One afternoon, while stopped at a traffic light, George momentarily dozed off. The car behind him honked loudly, jolting him awake. Shaken, he realized the new medication was stronger than he'd anticipated. How it happens. Medications can interact in unpredictable ways. You might be fine on 2 prescriptions, but add a third and suddenly your coordination or alertness can drop. Chronic conditions like diabetes may lead to sudden changes in blood sugar, making you dizzy or weak. High blood pressure can cause headaches or blurred vision if not well controlled. When these issues flare up on the road, you risk having an accident. How you can stay safe. Consult your doctor. Always ask about side effects when starting a new medication. If you notice drowsiness or dizziness, mention it immediately. A small adjustment can often make a big difference. Monitor how you feel before driving. If you feel unusually tired, nauseous, or unsteady, skip the drive. Waiting an hour or two for a dose to wear off could prevent a serious incident. Check blood sugar levels. If you're diabetic, test your levels before getting behind the wheel. Carry snacks or glucose tablets if you're prone to sudden drops in blood sugar. Carry a medication list. Keep a list of all your prescriptions in the car or in your wallet so emergency responders know your medical situation if something happens. Now, let's talk about a third warning sign, one that might surprise many seniors because it involves modern technology and how it can be both a blessing and a curse. Underestimating or misusing new in-car technology. It's no secret that cars have become more technologically advanced. Backup cameras, lane departure alerts, blind spot monitoring. These features can be great aids. However, relying too heavily on them can lead to complacency. Or, if you're not fully comfortable with the interface, confusion can set in. For seniors who grew up in an era before all these digital screens, adjusting to new technology can bring its own set of risks. Meet Nora, who recently turned 70. After her old sedan broke down, she upgraded to a newer model equipped with a touchscreen display, advanced cruise control, and various sensors. She felt excited until she realized she wasn't entirely sure how to operate the lane departure warning system. Nora assumed it would automatically steer her back if she drifted, so she became less vigilant about staying centered in her lane. On a highway trip, she briefly let her guard down, expecting the car to correct her course. The car beeped, but it didn't steer for her. Nora nearly veered into the next lane. She managed to correct just in time, heart pounding in her chest. How it happens. Modern car features are meant to assist, not replace safe driving. If you misunderstand how a feature works or assume it can do more than it was designed for, you might become overconfident. The beep of a blind spot monitor can help, but it might fail if sensors get dirty or if an object moves too quickly. How you can stay safe. Read the manual. It might sound obvious, but many people skip this step. Understanding how each feature works and its limitations goes a long way toward preventing misuse. Request a demo. Some dealerships or car clubs offer hands-on training for new tech. Don't be shy about asking for a walkthrough of each feature. Stay attentive. Even if you have backup cameras, physically check your surroundings. The camera lens can be obscured by dirt or glare. Practice in a safe area. Take your new car to an empty parking lot to test out advanced features and get used to them without the pressure of traffic. Moving on to our fourth sign, let's address something that affects both drivers and passengers. The financial pitfalls of owning, maintaining, or renting cars, and how seniors can be especially vulnerable to certain financial traps. Financial strain and insurance pitfalls linked to driving. Owning or renting a vehicle can be expensive, especially for seniors on a fixed income. From rising insurance premiums to unexpected repair bills, the costs can add up quickly. Some older adults might also fall victim to high-interest car loans or questionable maintenance scams if they're not careful. Helen, 75, found herself in a tight spot. Her car insurance rates jumped after a minor fender bender, partly because of her age. She went to a local mechanic for a repair estimate. The bill seemed excessively high, but Helen didn't know any better and paid it. Later, she discovered that half of the repairs were unnecessary. Feeling taken advantage of, Helen realized she needed to be more vigilant about who she trusted with her car. How it happens. Insurance companies sometimes raise premiums for older drivers due to perceived higher risk. Unscrupulous shops may target seniors, assuming they won't question the invoice. If you're renting a car, hidden fees or confusing contracts can inflate the final price. Seniors might also struggle to navigate digital platforms where the best insurance deals or coupons can be found. How you can stay safe. Compare insurance rates. Don't just renew automatically. Shop around. Consider specialized senior-friendly insurers. Some offer discounts for safe driving courses or cars with advanced safety features. Use trusted mechanics. Seek recommendations from friends or family, and always ask for a written estimate before any repair. A second opinion can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Scrutinize rental agreements. If you're renting a car on vacation, read the contract carefully. Look out for collision damage waivers, fuel policies, or extra driver fees you don't need. Budget wisely. Factor in ongoing costs like maintenance, insurance, and possible modifications for easier driving. A steering knob for arthritic hands. Now that we've explored physical, medical, technological, and financial dangers, let's move on to our fifth and final sign. This one deals with the emotional and psychological aspect of being on the road, something that can sometimes be overlooked: the impact of anxiety, fear, or complacency on a senior's driving habits. Anxiety, overconfidence, or complacency. Emotional pitfalls for senior drivers. Emotions play a bigger role in safe driving than most people realize. Seniors may feel anxious, especially after witnessing a scary incident or hearing stories about peers who stopped driving due to health reasons. On the flip side, some older adults become overconfident, thinking, "I've been driving for 50 years without a problem. I don't need any new rules." Either extreme, excessive worry, or unwarranted complacency can lead to unsafe decisions. Think about Sam, who's 77. He's a seasoned driver who's never had a major accident. Recently, though, Sam started feeling uneasy about highway driving. He'd heard a story on the news about a multi-car pileup involving an older driver who got confused on the freeway. Sam found himself tensing up at higher speeds, hesitating during merges. This hesitation nearly caused another driver to rear-end him. On the other hand, Sam's friend Robert, also in his 70s, believed he could handle any road situation simply because he'd been driving forever. Robert often neglected to check his blind spot, assuming his experience would be enough. Both men's attitudes put them at risk, one from fear-induced hesitation, the other from overconfidence. How it happens. Fear can lead to indecision and slower reaction times. If you're afraid of merging, you might pause too long, causing confusion for other drivers. Overconfidence can make you skip essential safety checks. Both attitudes ignore the reality that aging bodies and roads filled with unpredictable drivers require constant vigilance and adaptation. How you can stay safe. Acknowledge your feelings. If you feel anxious, talk about it with friends or family. Sometimes sharing your concerns helps you figure out practical solutions, like avoiding certain highways or traveling during off-peak times. Consider a refresher course. Local driving schools or senior resource centers often offer courses tailored for older drivers. They might help you update your skills and rebuild confidence in a structured way. Stay aware of changing conditions, no matter how experienced you are. Conditions like heavy rain, snow, or nighttime glare can still catch you off guard. Adjust your speed and approach accordingly. Set realistic boundaries. If you know you're not comfortable with long trips or complex interstates, that's okay. Plan your routes carefully or ask for help from family, friends, or even ride-share services. We've just explored 5 major signs that could harm seniors on the road. Underestimating physical changes, vision, hearing, reaction time, ignoring medication side effects or health issues, fatigue, drowsiness, sudden illness, misusing or over-relying on new in-car technology, backup cameras, lane departure systems, financial strain and insurance pitfalls, rising premiums, shady repair shops, emotional challenges, fear, anxiety, or overconfidence leading to unsafe behaviors. Here's how you can stay safe overall, combining the lessons from each section into practical tips. Keep your health in check. Regular doctor and eye appointments help you track any emerging conditions. Update your prescriptions and don't be shy about mentioning side effects. Update your skills and knowledge. Stay current on road rules, especially if you haven't taken a written or practical driving test in decades. Technology changes, laws evolve, and refresher courses can reinstill good habits. Plan financially. Whether buying, repairing, or insuring a car, do your homework. Get multiple quotes, read the fine print, and never rush into deals that seem too good to be true. Use emotional self-awareness. Recognize if you're anxious or overconfident. Adjust your driving habits accordingly. Maybe you avoid rush hour or rely on friends for certain longer trips. And if it's all too stressful, consider alternative transportation. Quality of life matters more than pride behind the wheel. Here's how you can stay safe if you're not the driver but often ride with seniors or rely on them for transportation. Encourage open conversations about any concerns, whether it's about nighttime visibility or driving on busy highways. Offer to help with errands or propose rideshare alternatives if you sense they're struggling. Gently suggest a driving evaluation if you suspect their skills may have diminished significantly. A word on staying informed and connected. If you're over 70 or even in your early 60s, remember that you have a lifetime of experience behind the wheel. That wisdom is invaluable. But the world around you changes. Cars become more complex, roads more crowded. Staying informed about new driving tools, changes in state laws, or common scams like fraudulent crash claims can save you trouble down the road. Don't hesitate to share your own experiences in the comments. Have you ever struggled with a medication side effects while driving? Did you find a solution that helped you continue driving safely? Share your story, because odds are someone else in our community has faced the same issue. By discussing it openly, we can collectively learn and offer each other support. Also, if you found this content helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. Your engagement helps us create more tailored discussions addressing the specific needs and concerns of older adults. If you strongly agree with any of these points, go ahead and comment too to let us know you're with us on this journey. Embrace the road with caution and confidence. Traveling by car remains a key part of independence for many seniors. It's natural to want to visit grandkids, drive to community events, or simply enjoy a scenic route on a Sunday afternoon. These activities enrich life. However, ignoring the 5 signs we discussed can put you and others on the road at risk. The good news is that each warning sign has workable solutions, from adjusting your driving schedule to taking a refresher course or double-checking your medications. Quality of life matters most. If driving continues to give you the freedom and joy you seek, it's worth maintaining that privilege in the safest way possible. If, on the other hand, you decide that being behind the wheel isn't for you anymore, there's no shame in exploring alternative transportation. Plenty of seniors discover that local bus services, ride-share apps, or help from friends and family allow them to remain active without the stress of driving. Remember, it's about making informed choices, not succumbing to fear. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 80, staying proactive about your physical health, financial awareness, and emotional well-being is the surest path to safe, confident driving. And if you ever feel uncertain, consult professionals. Doctors, driving instructors specializing in seniors, or even community organizations that offer free or low-cost assessments. In closing, thank you for spending this time with us, exploring these 5 critical signs that could harm seniors on the road. Stay curious, stay informed, and most of all, stay safe. May your future journeys bring you joy and peace of mind. If you have a personal story or advice, share your experience in the comments. We're all here to learn from one another. Until next time, take care, drive cautiously when you must, and don't forget to keep living life to the fullest, wherever the road leads you.